that I would be going through something like this and then be dragged through the mud for it, as if it's not my fault. As if it's my fault. I'm choosing myself. Like, everybody gonna be like, oh, she's single again. But you know what? I'm glad I made the decision to step. I don't want to do people how they do me. At the end of the day, I'm the one who been suffering in silence for a long fucking time, turning the cheek for a long time, making excuses for everybody for a long time, and friends, and now my most recent ex. Like, all this shit is just happening at the same time, and I'm pregnant, so my hormones all over the place. So who's saving and protecting me in real life? Like, nobody ever thinks about that. And we're not talking about social media, we're talking about in real life. So I don't address certain things. And I say something and I come back and I apologize and people fought me for that. It's because I have a conscious heart. And I don't keep trying to pull people down. And I don't care about people judging me on this live. Because I'm always saving everyone but myself. So I'd rather be dragged. I'd rather be humiliated. I don't care about people talking about, oh, she got on live. Who gets on live and cry? So, yep, I'm on live crying. And, yep, I'm on live going through it. But this season is just temporary and it doesn't last always.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
You know, lately I've been hearing a lot of people say that Brianna has no content. But the truth of the matter is, she does. Brianna's content is that of being a victim of made up circumstances, a victim of relationships, a victim of her baby daddies, and her all time moneymaker, a victim of domestic violence. Only in the soap operas do you see bad things happening to the same person over and over and over again. Brianna has mimicked the lives of people who have shared their unfortunate circumstances of DV, and she embraced it as her own. Through tears and, of course, acting, Brianna has gone on a year-long DV campaign, complete with interview confessions, and I'm doing the air quotes, guys, and hour-long lives on Facebook and Instagram, spreading stories about a life that she's only experienced secondhand. Someone who consistently lives their life as a victim is often referred to as having victim mentality. This term describes people who perceive themselves as perpetual victims of circumstance, often believing that they have little control over their lives and that external factors are to blame for their misfortunes. They embrace the woe is me attitude, depending on the context. Today, I want to talk about the impact of social media and the responsibilities that come with it, using the case of brianabattle as a crucial example. Brianna has gained attention for her claims regarding domestic violence, and while the topic is very serious, it raises significant ethical concerns about truth, manipulation, and the consequences of misleading narratives. Brianabattle has built a presence on Facebook, sharing stories that depict herself as a victim of DV. These posts have attracted a substantial following, generating sympathy and support from countless individuals who genuinely care about the issue, many who they themselves have dealt with the issue firsthand. However, the question arises, are these claims based on truth? Or are they fabrications designed to manipulate emotions and gain attention? Living in a digital age, we must recognize how easily misinformation can spread. Brianna's posts often include emotional language and vivid imagery meant to provoke strong reactions from her viewers. While it's vital to take allegations of domestic violence seriously, when individuals like Brianna use these claims for personal gain, whether it's for sympathy, financial support, or social validation, it undermines the experiences suffered by genuine victims. The consequences of this manipulation are profound. First, it can divert attention and resources away from real victims who really need help. Organizations that support domestic violence survivors may find themselves inundated with inquiries based on falsehoods and straining their ability to assist those in genuine need. Such behavior can create distrust within communities. When people discover that a narrative is fabricated, it only diminishes the credibility of the individual, but also sows doubt about other claims of abuse. This skepticism can lead to victims being less likely to come forward, fearing they will not be believed. Social media platforms can amplify these issues, creating an echo chamber where false narratives thrive. Brianna's followers may rally around her, reinforcing her victimhood while dismissing any critical voices heard throughout the social media saga. This cycle perpetuates a distorted reality, making it challenging to discern truth from fabrication. As we reflect on Brianna's actions, we're once again in the month of October, which is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. It's crucial to approach discussions around sensitive topics like this with integrity and empathy. We must advocate for transparency and accountability, ensuring that platforms do not become breeding grounds for manipulation. Bravo to the content creators who have been calling Brianna out on her lies and deceit. Sidebar: don't you find it the least bit curious that Brianna has been silent about domestic violence this year? I know you noticed it too, but I digress. While Brianna's story serves as a cautionary tale, it also highlights the importance of critical thinking in our social media interactions. We must be cautious consumers of information, questioning narratives that seem too sensational or overly dramatic. Genuine victims deserve our compassion and our support. It is our responsibility to ensure that the voices are heard above the noise of nonsense manipulation by the likes of brianabattle and her enabling supporters. I want to leave you with this. And no, they are not talking about brianabattle specifically, but the shoe definitely fits from heel to toes. Listen to this brief discussion about operating with victim mentality.
And this is to Kitty. Is there such a thing as having a victim mentality? And is there consequences of having that?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Well, first, some people operate in a victim mentality who have not been victimized. Real victims are people who have been victimized. Some people who just like the attention, who like to draw sympathy from other people, who need external validation, who need recognition, who feel like they're morally superior to other people, victimize themselves in situations where they shouldn't. Sometimes you'll see a person who's being victimized and you feel as though if that was my story, I would get the attention that I need. So not everyone who operates in a victim mentality should be operating in it. That's the reason why there's so much pushback on the victim mentality. Now, there are consequences. When you have that mentality, you do destroy relationships with friends, with families, work partnerships, things like that, because of your attitude that comes with it. You see a person who has a victim mentality who operates within that mentality, you'll see that they are defensive, they are pessimistic, they are polarized thinkers. So usually it's black or white, usually not a lot of grace that comes with that. They're hard to take perspectives of other people. On top of that, to add to that, you have people who like to run from accountability, and they also operate in fear. And when you operate in fear, it helps you avoid mistakes that you've made and that you need to acknowledge. And so, yeah, it's lengthy when it comes to a victim mentality. And we see that a lot, especially in today's age where people like attention. And we have a lot of people who are narcissistic And they need that attention. They need that ego stroke. And sometimes just by drawing sympathy that's not warranted, it's good enough.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.